Mama used to always call me lazy. And you know what? That is okay. Now, I know that that would have traumatized some of you and sent you into therapy, but honestly, I'm okay with being lazy because even now in my real estate career, there are just some things that I just don't want to do. But guess what? Being lazy has actually played in my benefit, and I'm going to share with you how my lazy tendencies have actually helped me make a whole lot of money. And if you are lazy like me, you can make a whole lot of money too. Now, here's the first reason why laziness has worked for me. Is because I'm quote unquote lazy, I don't overanalyze. Now, most people in this business, what will happen is that you have to think about everything and come up with all these different scenarios. I have agents that I've coached that have spent weeks, months, some people even years trying to overthink how to show up on social media or their open house strategy or what they should say before they hand out a business card. Where let me tell you something, because I like to get in, get out, and get on with my life, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time just trying to overthink things. I am going to take action because I want those short actions to get me closer to the goal so that I can chill for the rest of the day or the month or the year, okay? And because of that, there are so many different things in my business where I'm already on version 3.0, and the person who's still trying to get it just right because they are so deep and methodical, they are nowhere near where I am. And it's really because I just don't want to spend all that time doing that stuff. I just want to get it done. So if you are feeling lazy in that aspect, then maybe it's actually just going to work for you. So that when you do have the burst of energy, you're just going to take action and you're not going to overthink the things. Now, here's the second way that being quote unquote lazy has worked in my favor, is that because I don't want to figure it all out on my own, I am looking for shortcuts. I will tell you, when I was a little girl and my mom was calling me lazy, the shortcut was like stuffing my clothes under my bed instead of actually making it up and putting it away. That's not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about is, what are the things that I can do in business that will get me to the goal? Because just because I'm lazy doesn't mean that I don't have goals or things that I'm looking to attain, but how can I get there quicker, right? I don't want to exert all the energy in order to get to the next steps. And for me, that has looked a lot of different ways, and I'm just going to share a few with you. So number one, success leaves clues. So if success leaves clues, instead of me trying to figure out how to reinvent the wheel from scratch, I'm going to get myself in the room where successful people are, okay? The people who are living the reality, who have the business, who are seeing the numbers that I want to see. I want to get fast-paced my way to what they're doing, and the way to do that is to get in the room with them. So this is why I am always, going to be a part of a coaching group or a mastermind. I am always going to buy my ticket and head to an event where people in real estate or in other businesses that are thriving are at. I want to learn from those who are doing it at a high level, because my husband says this: when you have the right mentorship, or when you are exposed to the right information, what you're going to do is you are going to not only be able to fast track your way to success, but you're going to minimize your mistakes. So with that being said, I'm looking for shortcuts. And speaking of shortcuts, I'm just going to put it on out here. I'm creating a room, right? If you are watching these YouTube videos that I'm doing, and if there's anything that I'm saying that's resonating with you, can you imagine how powerful it will be when we are in the actual room together? And for Real Estate Bestie, we have an annual conference, the Real Estate Bestie Experience, and it's happening in September. So exactly where you're watching this video, or you can go to rosemarylewis.com/experience. If you are low-key lazy like me, you want some shortcuts, you want to fast track your way to success, then bestie, amongst other reasons, you need to be in that room with me in September, because shortcuts are where it's at. And you know what? I'm okay with being lazy if it's going to get me there faster. And speaking of that, that brings me to number 3. The laziness in me, when I am ready to go, I go. We've already talked about not overthinking it, but now let's talk about actually taking action. And this is how I was even as a kid, right? My mama would be harping on me about cleaning my room and doing all these other things, okay? It was not going to take me all day long to get my room clean. It wasn't going to take me all day long to do my chores. You know why? Because I wanted to get back to doing nothing, okay? So whereas the average person might take 3 hours to do this, or somebody else in your business, it might take you, 4 months to get that email campaign off the ground, or, 3 weeks to find the perfect house to do the open house. I'm already shopping with my people that I met at an open house 3 weeks ago because we took action. So lazy people move fast and we refine as we go. It does not have to be perfect. You just have to get started. And right now, like maybe you need to pause this video and get started on something so that you can get some fast action, some fast results, and a fast win. And that is going to propel you in business. Now, bestie, if this hit home for you, like go ahead and click the like button because listen, maybe your mom was like, my mama did not try to like tear me down. She was just stating the truth. Like, Rosemary, you do what you want to do when you want to do it. But I'm telling you, that has bid well for me in business. And if you think that's kind of like where you are, like, okay, I need to reframe some of these words that have been spoken over my life, just go ahead and put in comments like, girl, I'm lazy too, but we gonna get this money being lazy because we are going to make it work for us when we maximize the potential that we have, and then we're going to have even more time to chill and enjoy the fruits of our labor. I'll talk to you soon, bestie. Bye.